Hi there. We here at International Renewal Ministries want to wish you a very, very Merry Christmas. And specifically, I'd like to share with you a key thing that Santa Claus has taught me about giving. That's right. There really was a guy by the name of Nicholas who lived in what is now modern day Turkey. He lived around the 3rd century or so. He was actually invited by Constantine to be one of the people at the Nicene Council, and he was one of the signers of the Nicene Creed. He also, there are several miracles that are attributed to him from his prayers and such, and so later on he became a saint. So Saint Nicholas, hence Santa Claus. But the thing that, there's a bunch of different stories about Santa Claus, not so much the reindeer and the red hat and that kind of stuff, but one story that is probably at least somewhat true is that he was a very benevolent man. And he liked to give gifts anonymously. And so one time he met a poor man who had 3 daughters, and they didn't have enough money for a dowry. So the story is told that somehow he slipped into their house unbeknownst to them at night or something, and there were 3 stockings. They had washed their socks, and the stockings were hung up by the fireplace. And so he slipped gold coins for the dowry into those stockings. Hence, the stockings were hung by the chimney with care. But the thing that I've learned and appreciated about Santa Claus, or St. Nicholas, was that he gave to people anonymously, and he gave to people who could never repay him. In recent years, our family has taken up a tradition that we give collectively. It started because I realized several years ago that I wasn't giving at Christmas. All I was doing was trading. We would draw names, and I would get Fred's name, and Fred would get Bill's name, and Bill would get my name, and we'd each give each other about a $20 gift or something like that. And I realized I'm not giving anything. I'm just trading. So our adult kids, we've got 7 adult kids, plus my wife and I, each year we don't give gifts to the adults in our family at Christmas time, but rather we take the money that we would spend on a gift and we pool it, we collect it together, and then mom and dad, we match that gift, and then we give it to some place, to a place or to people who could never know who we are and never give us anything back in return. It's like St. Nicholas. And so this year, most of the time it goes overseas, but this year we're giving it to a local homeless shelter. And frankly, we're excited about being able to give like St. Nicholas. And obviously, Jesus is the best gift, and God is the best giver ever. But when we give like St. Nicholas gave, it's even a little bit different than God. God knows, when he gives, he knows us, and he desires a gift back of our heart, of our life. But St. Nicholas, the thing that I've learned from him is to be able to give without anybody knowing it and without ever receiving anything back from them. So my encouragement to you this Christmas is, you probably have done this anyway, but maybe give more anonymously and to people who can never repay you. So Merry Christmas from International Renewal Ministries.